He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Owls offense will have the first crack at it in this one. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense...
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Pucks it out of the air. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. On the ground, it's Bernard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On target over the middle. And scramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, you love to see this offensively. On the first drive of the game, your quarterback taking a shot down the middle of the defense, finding a guy for a big play.
This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Running inside, it's Bernard. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to him on the ground. Finding some room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Escapes the pressure to his right. Has it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. And he will score! Touchdown, Florida Atlantic!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Cale Helms. They have a lot of confidence that he can get them in the right play and make the right call. They'll run the option. Pulls it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. They were really excited about the pickup they got last week. Commitment from a 3-star defensive back, David. And when programs at this level can get guys like that in the building, everybody celebrates.
The whole building gets excited because transfer pool is one thing, but high school recruiting, when you can get somebody out of high school with some raw tools that are really good, you can see the future could. Right, you take those guys, you try to develop them instead of going into the transfer pool.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Black Knights send out the punt unit. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run inside. It's Bernard. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Wants to throw on third. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to...
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll run for it. At midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Lets it fly. Dangerous screen into traffic. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do
There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Bernard. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The Black Knights decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Takes the handoff. It's FAU. Crosses the 30. He's got away. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 50. At the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Army! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's FAU. That one could really put this drive. To high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman off. Lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll ride the hot hand. And the defense makes up after a minimal gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused. First down, he might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Henry. Just making a play, getting it. .23-yard line, it'll be first down.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bernard. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He'll set up to throw. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. Execution on that throw and catch.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Motion from the wideout. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. The defense snuffed out any attempt to move forward on the last play, and now it's 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Fitted in the window for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Number 41, set to kick it away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. On the option. He'll pitch it. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. And the Black Knights lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Runs for the tackle. They'll keep this drive moving. Picking up the first down, they have it at the 36. The Black Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off to the fullback. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move. Chains after the second down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Escapes the pressure going right. He's pulled down right at the 42-yard line. 4th down coming, and might they roll the dice from their own territory. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Motion from the back. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Henry. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw it again. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
He'll get rid of it. Finds a man on the left. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. And the Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. To the air on 1st down. Makes the catch. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the 1st down. Got to use their time wisely. The Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Wants to throw on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We start with a look in on Purdue, taking on the number 5 team, the Washington Huskies.
Florida Atlantic about to boot it away and get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in with the Army head coach coming out of the locker room, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Okay, Holly.
Ready, go! Go, go!
To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Black Knights peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
Ready, go!
On the option. The pitch. Breaks the tackle.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Sends it back in motion. They'll run the option. Hard running there. Just shedding tackles. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Black Knights are moving quickly down the field.
Ready, go!
Now on the option. He breaks a tackle.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you've got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Running to the left. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. They just can't do it better.
Sticks it in his belly. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Second down, he'll throw it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talked about coming to this football game, trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there, being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Got his man on the right. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, they're able to punch that one in on the ground, and honestly, I'm not sure the defense really expected them to come out running the football considering how much they're down in this game. Probably expecting him to throw it a little bit more and have a little more sense of urgency, but either way, listen, for the offense, you just got to get on the board. You got to find a way to score somehow, some way. Now, they're down by a lot, David, and I don't know if they can keep running it moving forward.
They might not be able to keep running it, but they had to score on that possession. Now, defensively, you got to step up for it, right? Like, they got to get both sides of the football working together, but the defense is going to have to get some stops. But obviously, a bulk of the pressure is on this offense. Every possession is going to be so important.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Trying to set up the screen. Gain of 9 on that one. 3rd down and short. He needs a yard.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. On his way back from the 20. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And the Black Knights come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. Might have a chance. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run, and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can...
Snags it, and there's running room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, 1st and goal. Touchdown, Army! And here they come, almost all the way back.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The snap sets up to throw. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside, it's Bernard. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Using his legs, it's Bernard. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Man, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The lone back's got it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Messer. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and then they get close to the sideline. Some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get down.
Got a little grass. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Florida Atlantic comes to the line on first and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Bernard. And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Black Knights offense will go to work. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Goes to the option. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the option. Maybe a crease. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And it's the throwback fullback picking up the first down. Great effort on 4th, surging ahead to keep his offense on the field.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. After that near turnover, the clock is stopped as they tend to an injured player. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. He's looking downfield to throw. Oh, they're after him. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Great place to start for this offense. The run inside. It's Bernard trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33. Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Holloway. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. Here on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. A shot toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Owls. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Shakes off the defender. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. And the Black Knights moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his own.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the 1st down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. He lost one down the sideline. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Got a man. It's Anderson. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. And the fourth down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Farrell. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.